Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
What's up, people? Wanted to update you on Ramsey since I haven't had him on camera in a little while, and as of late he's been a little under the weather. I noticed 3 weeks ago I had brought him home a rat and he didn't eat it, which I thought was a little odd because he's been eating very well lately. I didn't think anything of it really. I just assumed maybe he was full because I just started him on rats, so maybe he was just getting bigger meals. He wasn't willing to eat again, so I just kind of shrugged it off and said we'll try again next week. Next week came, bought him another rat, same result. He looked interested in it, smelled it, approached it, and then backed away. So at that point I knew there was probably something a little wrong. And around that time I had noticed that he was wheezing a little bit, he was making cracking noises, he was holding his head, he was elevating his head. And at that point I knew that he probably had some kind of a respiratory infection. That's the most common infection in snakes. They can have viral, they can have parasitic, but I'm just going to put all my eggs in the basket of it being a bacterial infection. I went online and BHB Reptiles, which is run by Brian Barczyk out of Michigan. He's a snake breeder, he's an animal enthusiast, he's fantastic. I'll put a link to his YouTube in the description below. You guys can check out a lot of his stuff. He's got an alligator, snapping turtle, giant snakes. It's a lot of really cool stuff. But anyway, what they had to say was they gave you instructions on how to build basically your own humidifier. I'm going to show you guys in a minute what it looks like. I built it. This is going to be the third day of his treatment. I started Monday. Already I can tell that he's doing well. He's definitely in better spirits. And I'm hoping this works, because if I got to take a trip to the vet, it's going to be very expensive. So, but other than that, he's doing real well. I'm probably going to try and feed him again probably next Monday. I'm going to give him a little bit more treatments. I haven't heard any wheezing or cracking lately. He's got a lot more energy. So let's go check out what I made, because I'm very grateful that I found it as quickly and easily as I did, and it seems pretty legit. So I'm going to show you guys, and if you know anybody who has a sick snake or whatever, you can show them this video. I know you don't hear about snakes too much on Facebook or whatever. You know, I don't know anybody else that really has snakes personally. So I'm going to show you guys that thing right now. The first thing you guys are going to need when setting this up is a reptile fogger, which I got off of Amazon. It was $40 with the Prime, free shipping, and it's well worth it because I can use it for multiple things, including humidifying his habitat. If he gets sick again, I could use it. So it's definitely an investment. It was definitely worth buying. I definitely recommend it, whether you have a sick snake or whatever. Go out and get one. You know, it's good to have on hand. Second thing you're going to need is some F10 veterinary disinfectant. This is non-toxic to the snake, but it does kill the bacteria that's in the respiratory system that's causing them to be sick. You dilute it. I'm going to show you guys in a minute how to do that. And the final thing you're going to need is a 15-quart storage bin. I got this at Home Depot. You can really get one of these anywhere. You can buy it online, Kmart, whatever. And what you're going to want to do is drill a hole in the top big enough for the tube to connect to from the humidifier, and then a couple holes on the side. I did 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and that's plenty. You just wanted a little bit of room for air to get in and out so you can breathe while you're treating the snake. And I'm going to show you how to set that up right now. Alright, so you're going to want to put distilled water in the bottle. And you're going to want to use about 3 milliliters of F10 solution per full bottle. I used the full bottle last time, and it just seemed like a bit of a waste. It was just in there, and I don't want to leave it there for a few days to just be in the bottle. I didn't know if it would affect how it works, so I'm just going to do a half a bottle right now. And if you don't have a measuring thing to measure liquids in small amounts, it does come with a little measurement on the side. You just got to eyeball a little bit better, but it's not going to be a big deal. Like I said, this is non-toxic. You don't want to go crazy with it, but you know, you want to be kind of somewhat accurate. So I got 1.5 milliliters. Wait. 1.5 milliliters. And then you're going to want to put that right in there. Alright, that's good. And there you have the disinfecting solution. This stuff you can also get on Amazon. I didn't mention before, but you can just buy that on Amazon also. I think it was like 15 bucks. So you're going to want to take your reptile fogger. You want to take this attachment, put it on top like so. He's looking at it. He knows it's medicine time. So you just twist it on. This thing's already plugged in. His thing's set up. You want to take the tube, attach that to that, put it in the hole that you drilled on top, and we are going to put that right in there. Turn it all the way up because you want this box to get really foggy. And it takes a minute for the light to turn on. There it goes. And now we wait for the magic to happen. As you can see, this thing's going pretty good right now. It's completely filled up with vapor, and you're going to want to do this for about 20 minutes a day for about 7 to 10 days. Like I said, I'm gonna try feeding him after a week because he wasn't that sick when I found him. He was just getting started, so hopefully he won't need as much treatment. By the time I try and feed him, it'll be a month without eating. And that's pretty alright for snakes. It's not something to worry about. It's not something to be concerned about. His energy's up. He's not really skinny. I mean, he lost a little bit of weight, but not really. So I'm gonna try feeding him on Monday, and then I'll let you guys know how that went. So I'm just gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna show you his new tank that I got from Mary, who's a friend of mine. She sold it to me for a very fair price, and I think he's a lot happier in there, and I'll show you why in a minute. So here's Ramsey's new home. It's a 40-gallon tank, 36 by 18. He has a little bit more room than he did. I feel like he's a lot happier in there. He could see more. He's elevated off the ground. Yeah, he's doing pretty well in here. I have his light here. It's actually not a light, it's a heat lamp. It's a little hot right now, but there's no bulb in there. It's actually just like a porcelain or ceramic bulb. Doesn't emit any light, only heat, because I didn't want to stress him out by having the light on all the time. So he's just chilling in there. I use coconut fiber substrate instead of the paper towels that I was using in the bin, and he's saying hi to you right now. And that's it. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Got this from Mary. Pretty fair price. Got a whole bunch of cool stuff down there. You can't really see it, but I got his heat pad under here still, and he stays a lot warmer, a lot more natural for him. And that's it. So he's rubbing his face right now, which is another sign of a respiratory infection. So he's gonna relax right now. He's gonna go and sleep it off, and I'm gonna go do nothing. Thanks for stopping by, guys.